Hello everyone, Cliff here in the shed, and as the title suggests, and if you watched my last video to the end, I did say that there had been some contact with the insurance people, and this is the update on that. Just to fill you in, about 4 or 5 weeks ago I emailed my actual insurance company, Esure, not Sedgix, the people who are dealing with a claim, but the people I'm actually insured with. It wasn't exactly a complaint, but I did express my disappointment at the speed things were going and basically how I think I'd been treated. And that really did seem to get the ball rolling. I got a reply from them pretty much immediately saying they would look into it. Within a day or so I had, what do they call it, I don't know, customer satisfaction department of Sedgix on the phone. At the same time I had an email from a girl at or a woman at Sedgix saying that they had a look at the claim. They were happy with the building cost the damage estimate, and they could go ahead with that if it was still acceptable to me, if it was still valid. And she sent me all the sheets for all the stuff that the Envirotech people who came here and dragged all the stuff out and listed everything that was, well, they just made some lists of stuff that was damaged or burnt, well, you know, whatever. And then followed, she phoned me, I phoned her, I got her answer phone, she phoned me, I missed a call. Unfortunately, through no one's fault, that went on for about a week. But when I eventually did get through to them, she wasn't actually dealing with it. Someone else was. He had been on holiday or something. She was dealing with it while he was on holiday. Anyway, to cut a long story short, I end up speaking to Steve at Sedgix, and these he said the same thing. They were happy to tell the insurance company to bill the repair costs. They thought they were acceptable and they would recommend they paid that. And I had to fill in all the sheets she'd send me, and I had to value it, which I was a little bit, because it was my understanding that when the Envirotech people left me, they said that all them lists, or the lists that they had made, that someone from them or Sedgix or whoever would value the stuff and then come back to me with a figure. But that didn't happen. I had to value it. But I valued it, and yesterday I got a phone call from Steve at Sedgix. I have had, I mean, they did pay they've already paid that. I got a cheque for that the day before yesterday for the actual rebuilding cost, which of course I've already done, but so that's handy. But I got a phone call from him yesterday. He had a few not arguments, but anyway, they didn't argue really about it at all, and they're going to pay all the valuations that I put on the sheets. I mean, I did put proper valuations on everything. I mean, I didn't take the piss. I probably could have, but I didn't. But they haven't really argued about it, and they're going to recommend to the insurance company that they pay that. And as they paid the building one pretty straightforward after they'd been told, after Sedgix had recommended it to them, it looks like there'll be no problem with that. So it's all good news on the insurance front. And what it does mean is that I can now get on with the other end of this shed. Because up to now I haven't known what they're going to be doing, whether they wanted to come and take stuff away, whether they were going to come and, I just didn't know what was happening. There's the top and bottom of it, but now I do. It's sort of, I think as far as I'm concerned, as far as they're concerned, is finished now. That end of the workshop I can start doing something with. So I mean, this end of the workshop is, I mean, basically it's as it was after the fire. I mean, it never got burnt as such, but there was an awful lot of heat damage, and there's a it's pretty obvious there's a lot of smoke damage here. But now at least I can start turfing everything out of here and getting on with seeing what's what with the machinery, because they're clearly not going to take any of it away or try and repair it. So that's going to be down to me, which is handy. I mean, they paid all the, what I estimated the sort of replacement cost would be. I mean, I didn't really, I mean, I couldn't have replaced the MCO, and my insurance wouldn't pay. I mean, no single item was insured for more than £1,000. I knew that, so they was never going to pay for that. But now I can get on with it. I mean, I've got a plan now to I mean, my original plan was to sort the burnt end out and then move everything down into that end, then try and sort the walls and ceiling and what have you out in here if I can. I'm pretty sure most of this is cosmetic. I mean, obviously, I mean, there was coving up there and that's melted, but that's because at one stage in its life this shed was used for something else, and now it's a shed, so I'm not really bothered about the coving. That can all come off. Hopefully I can clean the ceiling and repaint it, and the same with the walls, sort the electrics out. It's the tools that's the big thing. I mean, just moving them about's a bit of a shit, and I want to shut that door off over there that goes into the other half of the workshop and open this door up. I can't do that until I move the MCO, because the door won't open with that there, and that's bolted to the floor. But I can get on with it all now. I mean, the thing is, this end of the workshop really, like the cleaning and painting and all that of it, really got overlooked by the insurance company. But what they're going to pay me is enough for me to get on with it and sort it out myself. I mean, it wouldn't have been if it had been someone who couldn't do it themselves. It would have cost the insurance company a lot more than they're paying out, but that's not because they've tried to wiggle out of anything, in fairness to them. It's because I haven't pushed for anything else. I'm just glad to get it over with, and I'm quite happy to do it myself. And so that's what we're doing. I mean, I've got no idea, to be honest with you, at the moment, what sort of state most stuff is in. I mean, obviously I can see it, but I suspect all the motors, if I can salvage the lathes, which I'm pretty sure I can, and the milling machine and the drill press and the metal bandsaw and that, I'm pretty sure I will. They probably need new motors. I mean, the blokes from Envirotech, when they did come here, said that when they have fires like this, they normally write stuff off because the work involved in trying to clean it, and it all needs electrically, safety checks on it. He said, and it becomes uneconomical to do because all the smoke and the carbon gets into the motors and they get wrecked, and they're dangerous. They're a fire hazard, so they can't really reuse them unless they really do a lot of work to them. And my little compressor, I did take that out of here a few weeks ago, or a couple of months probably, and I did take that to bits and had a look at it, and really the motor was so clogged up with crap and black shit. It works, sort of, but I did film it, but the actual card went up the wall, unfortunately. So I suspect all the motors on everything are going to need replacing, but that's by the by. I mean, it's a step forward. I can start doing stuff now, and in a while, not in a way, I am quite looking forward to it. It's the humping about that's a bit of a problem. But I'm really pleased with the outcome in the end. I mean, when you look around the rest of the world, I mean, my problems are pretty minor in comparison to some other people's. I suspect the vast majority of the people in the world would swap places with me in an heartbeat, fire or no fire. And I can move forward and get on with this and try and get my machinery up and running and start doing some machining and making. I'm going to carry on doing the leather stuff because I really like doing that. It's very therapeutic. Quite like it. But I'm just grateful it's turned out alright, because there was a time when I thought it was taking so long that they were trying to find a way not to pay us, and that doesn't appear to have been the case. It just seems that probably someone, because of the fire brigade not getting their finger out with this fire report or whatever, I mean, I really don't know, but someone somewhere didn't do something. But that's all in the past, and I'm going to be moving forward. So I don't know how much of sorting this out I'll film, because I think that would be a bit boring, but I will keep you updated on what I find when I do get the lathes into a position where I can work on them and see where I get with it. But I'm very pleased with the outcome. Like I said, it's all going well. Onward and upward, as they say. I mean, a lot of the stuff in here is going to be a write-off. I mean, it's not least because it's been sitting about here for so long now. I have been spraying it with WD-40 and oiling the lathe beds and things just to stop them rusting as best I can. But I don't see it as a problem now. I look at it like it's an opportunity to have a good clean up and start again, which is what I can get on with now. Now the insurance thing is sorted out and I know where I'm going, I can start on this end. I'm going to have to get another skip and what have you and start clearing it out and do what I'm going to do. But all in all, it's a good outcome. It's took a while, but it's a good outcome. And I consider myself very lucky, really. I mean, I had so much help from the YouTube community when the excuse me, when I really was on the floor when it first happened, and the GoFundMe page gave me an opportunity to get on with it. So I really have been very lucky, and I do think I am. I mean, I am lucky that the fire got discovered by my neighbour quite soon, because another, I reckon, 10 or 15 minutes, if it had got hold of this end, it'd have all been completely gone. So you've got to count your blessings where your blessings are, and I've got plenty. So onward and upward. And as the great thespian Arnold Schwarzenegger said, I'll be back. See you later. Have a good one. Bye for now.